Oh, look! Frank is up there! We have names?
So, I'm just gonna get into it. This episode wasn't that good. I mean, it was alright in certain parts. Like, certain characters definitely did a lot of the heavy lifting this episode. Like, Alastor, Velvette, they definitely did the heavy lifting this episode because, like, if it weren't for them, I don't think I would have enjoyed this episode that much. Serpentious and Egg was as well, they were very funny. But yeah, so this, if I'm gonna be honest, was not the greatest. The drama between Charlotte, I don't really care too much about Vaggie, and I know that sounds rude, but here's why. She's been a background character pretty much the entire time, so I've not really gotten any focus, so I can't really feel anything if she gets all sad and boo-hoo. Also, same thing with Carmel, we just got introduced to her like 30 seconds ago. I don't care. If she... I don't even know why I really get why she was upset about killing the angel. Overall, I feel like this episode had a good idea. The execution was a little weird. But yeah, so let's get into the character that I feel like fucking killed it in this episode. So let's do that now.
You've got it twisted. I'm not the one who needs a new attitude. Maybe you missed it, but I'm that hashtag bitch, and I will do nothing less than what I please. Woo! I'm the backbone of the V's. Mad that I acted respectless. Well, it's cause no one could respect this. Story group attending. Since when are overlords too scared to fight? You're long past trending. Sorry, babe, but I ain't swiping.
So, Velvette. Yeah, she's officially my favorite character. I'm not even gonna lie, she is. Like, her song was literally the highlight of this episode. Some jokes also are really good with this. Her song was, she fucking just wrecked Carmilla. Like, it's this bitch's first appearance, and you're having a character that's already existing just dig into her like she's nothing. Like, that really, like, I could say that's like both a positive and a negative, that like, one, you made this character look really cool, but on the other hand, you also made the other character look like they're willing to take and they're just gonna take insults from someone who's canonically the youngest overlord. Which is kind of, yeah, that's something to think about. Also, mainly, I think Velvette was fun in this episode. She has a fun personality, I think, just, she was definitely, not for me at least, the highlight of this episode. She was funny, and she actually has a point, all things considered. Like, if they just sit around doing nothing, like they are in that scene before Velvette comes in, she's technically not wrong. More people are gonna die, and then, so, like, in a way, even though she has a more reckless approach to it, she is technically right if they don't do anything about the extermination and don't try and fight back now that they know they can. They're pretty much just as fucked as any other sinner that's gonna be out and about on an extermination day. Like, pretty much, Velvette, even though she is put as the antagonist in this scene, does actually have a pretty valid point. Even though she does have, like, a more reckless way of going about it, she isn't wrong that even if they wait around, eventually they're gonna die because they decided to do nothing about the problem when they had the chance. So, in a way, even though she's the most inexperienced, she, oddly enough, has the best idea of what to do. So this is pretty much just like pretty much a case of experience doesn't always mean you know what you're talking about. Because, like, yeah, there are some really old, like, overlords there, but, like, they're thinking of it from a business standpoint. She's thinking of it from an action standpoint, which should be the standpoint you take in, like, a situation they're in. So I think Velvette definitely, like, showed that she isn't, like everything. She is interesting and has a lot of cool details about her, and easily became my favorite character with one song. Also, are we really supposed to care about Carmilla after she appeared for 30 seconds?
Alastor!
Do you mind? I'm in the middle of breakfast.
Hench's eggs are all over the place, and I need you to get rid of them.
Oh, well, in that case, I'd be delighted to.
Humanely.
Well, that's a lot less fun. But I suppose I can take care of that on my outing today.
Great. That looks disgusting.
So, the next part, I'm going to be, before I get into the next part, as I mentioned, like in the last part, she's a new character, so I won't hold it against Carmine, I think that's her name, too much. She wasn't that interesting, that's all there really is to it. Anyway, let's get into Alastor now, and how he pretty much just set up the entire climax of the show. Pretty much keeping a secret, entrusting, and the funniest part is, it's all because he entrusted Sir Pentious' egg boy, aka Frank, with this information, which he immediately tells Sir Pentious as soon as it's right before he goes to sleep. Like, so I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it definitely isn't gonna stay a secret for that much longer, considering he entrusted one of the dumber characters with this valuable information. But anyway, yeah, Alastor definitely, and I feel like eventually this information is gonna get over to the V's, and Velvette's gonna be like, yeah, I called her out for a reason. But yeah, pretty much I'm pretty sure. Also, like, am I the only one in that, like, scene where the egg boy, like, hid behind the plant pot, like, all the way behind the plant pot, thought Carmilla saw him and was going to address him or something? Because, like, she never even brought it up. Like, and also that song was, again, if the characters weren't extremely underdeveloped, I might have cared about what they were singing about. But, like, Vaggie's gotten no, like, development herself. Sir Pentious got more development in 2 episodes. She could have gotten development, and, like, she is taking the back seat. So, like, I can't, I'm sure it won't be an issue in the future, but, like, I mean, not really feeling that song. But, like, yeah, Alastor definitely set up the climax of the season, pretty much entrusting one of Sir Pentious' egg boys, which he has to know they're idiots. Like, there's no way he doesn't know that. Like, but who knows? we'll see where that ends up going. But yeah, that's really all I have to say here. But yeah, so the egg boy named Frank might just be the catalyst of the entire season. Who would have thought?
Steve!
Sometimes I kill mother bugs in front of their children as a warning to others. Yay, pain! Pain.
So the B plot of I'd say it's B plot. The B plot of this episode definitely adds more to the idea that, the theory that Vaggie may have formerly been an exorcist angel, although, again, it's not confirmed, but, like, this episode definitely seemed to add more to that, besides the stuff that we already had, that, she carries around an angelic spirit all times, the stuff the exorcists has the same color scheme as an exorcist, but besides that, there isn't really much else. Well, now we have this episode that added on to the fact that she learned to trust people in battle, which is something typically people who have been soldiers their whole lives would probably learn how to trust people. Her teaching style is very much like very much like a drill sergeant at a boot camp. And yeah, I mean, this section's gonna be pretty short, but it definitely adds more to the idea of it. But yeah, that's really all there is for this section.
You wannabes are inane and uninformed. Smug wannabes who don't heed when you've been warned. Oops, did I strike a nerve? 'Cause when I brought out the angel's head, couldn't help but observe that your wrinkled face was turning red. And why are you avoiding war? That's what the guns you sell are for. Thanks to my being respectless, one thing I'm starting to suspect is, you know why this angel's headless? Do you have a disclosure?
So, do all Overlords have good intentions, or at least, like, are willing to help the citizens of Hell? Like, this has been, like, the consensus for a while has been, like, from what I've seen, is Overlord's bad. They don't give a shit about anyone. They just want more power. But, like, multiple Overlords in this meeting, like, clearly have, like, some semblance of responsibility, or at the very least, like, care from a business perspective. Like, no, I don't think the V's that care at all if, like, a sinner dies, but it is bad for business, so that's, from more of a business perspective, they care. And Alastor, it's probably just less entertainment, to be honest. I think that's the only reason why he would care. So yeah, I feel like overall, I feel like the main premise of all of this is that what I'm talking about here is that, in a weird way, all of them care, just for different reasons. Like, some have selfish reasons, but some have genuine reasons. Like, it seems to vary from person to person. But yeah, that's really all I have to say for this bit here, because it's definitely adds a bit more clarity that Overlords care about the citizens of Hell for different reasons, which is basically the takeaway of this. So yeah, let's go to my final thoughts. This episode was slightly above mid. I'm gonna be honest. Ever so slightly, like a little bit. I'm gonna give a rating. The rating for this episode's obviously not gonna be that high. I did say I didn't enjoy it that much, so it's 7.6 out of 10. Plot-wise, the episode was great. Again, Velvette, new favorite character. Alastor, as always, was fun to watch. Sir Ventress and the Egg voice were also fun. And also, Nifty was also hilarious. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time. By the way, tomorrow I'll probably post a review for episode 4. Bye, guys.